You are about to listen to the words of Fethullah Gulen, a distinguished Islamic scholar and thinker. In this podcast, you will hear his essay, The Concept of Civilization.
The term civilization can refer to any community, a village, a city, or a nation that is bound together by human virtues. Humanity has lived in civilizations of one kind or another since the beginning of history, but we are only civilized when we manifest ourselves as truly civil. Some identify civilization with material progress in industry, technology, or urban development. But these can only be the instruments of a prosperous life insofar as they are accompanied by human virtue. They should not themselves be mistaken for the essential elements of civilization. Modernization can change the appearance of life, but it does not necessarily civilize people. True civilization is marked by the growth of human capabilities, and the civilized person is the one who flourishes spiritually and intellectually in the service of society. Therefore, civilization is, first and foremost, a spiritual and intellectual reality. It is not to be sought in riches, luxury, or palaces. It cannot be found in production and consumption governed by the demands of corporeal pleasure. Rather, civilization is to be found in the ethical sphere. Throughout our history, there have been many who sought civilization in material prosperity and have driven the masses toward modernization. This delusion has wasted our time and left wasted lives behind. Should we not instead seek the civilization of the soul that is spiritual perfection and self-renewal? Civilization is not like a garment that can be purchased and put on. We must envision it for ourselves and carefully prepare for it, taking into account all that is required for civilized generations to flourish. In this way, civilization is essentially different from mere modernization. In the former, people are intellectually and spiritually renewed, but in the latter, it is only the facilities of life that are different. Nonetheless, whole generations have been duped by this confusion. They have been misled by confusion of concepts and by a distorted vision of the true value of faith, philosophy, morality, and culture. This leads to degeneration of nations. As they enjoy modern means and technological advancement, their elite classes begin judging who is civilized and who is not, thus committing the gravest sin against culture, which history cannot forgive. Just as civilization is not identical to modernization, education is completely different from enlightenment. There are many enlightened people without formal degrees, just as there are many well-educated but narrow-minded people with little sense of civility. Such a confusion in our concepts can lead us far astray. There seem to be many places in the modern world where black is called white, where tyranny wears the crown of justice while true justice is oppressed. Dark souls are introduced as disciples of light, while the truly enlightened are considered to be ignorant. Such confusion is too often celebrated in the name of progress. An enlightened society, freed from this confusion, depends upon the existence of a genuinely enlightened people. Society can be truly illuminated by them, not those with degrees in natural and mathematical sciences. Aware of the needs of their time, these enlightened ones live according to their heart and spirit, their mind and will. A perennial source of light shines inside them as they synthesize their inspiration with their thoughts, and they constantly share this light with the whole of society. Civilization is the result of their work, for they are shaped by true thought and belief. Every new civilization is born out of their love and faith. There can be no hope for a civilization where there is no such love or faith. And if a society is under despotic pressures, even the most incredible scientific breakthroughs cannot herald the coming of true civilization. In this context, it would be impossible to sustain any technological advancements. If a community is deprived of faith, love, and a sense of responsibility, no amount of science can establish a civilization there. Even if all institutions were renewed, the standard of living improved, and all apparel is modernized, civilization cannot be manufactured through technological change alone. It is an intellectual and spiritual determination. Otherwise, we could civilize an individual in a few short months and an entire society in a matter of years. But alas, our failure to advance in wisdom, despite our clear and rapid modernization, provides the most tragic evidence that civilization has nothing to do with the adoption of modern means and institutions. The intelligentsia of our nation has long advocated for such a delusion, misleading the masses by presenting the developments of modern technology as if they were the promises of civilization. Whatever their intentions were, the results of this mistake have been widespread destruction. Fortunately, people have recently sought to gather around traditional human virtues and establish civilization in its true sense. It will be the duty of new generations to devote themselves to such an ideal in determination and faith.
You have just listened to the words of Fethullah Gulen, brought to life through an AI-generated voice. Known for his teachings on faith, interfaith dialogue, peace, and education, Mr. Gulen also inspired the Hizmet movement, a global initiative that promotes democracy, human rights, equality, and nonviolence. To learn more about Fethullah Gulen and the Hizmet movement, visit fethullahgulen.com.